you always remind me you're the only one who brings me peace. You're the only one who brings me peace. I'm so forgetful, but you always remind me you're the only one who brings me peace. You're the only one who brings me peace. So I come, Lord, I come, I come, Lord, I come to tell you I love you, to tell you I need you, to tell you there's no better place for me than in your arms, to tell you I'm sorry for running in circles, for placing my focus on the waves, not on your face. You're the only one who brings me peace. You're the only one who brings me peace. I'm so forgetful, but you always remind me you're the only one who brings me peace. You're the only one who brings me peace. So I come, Lord, I come, I come, Lord, I come to tell you I love you, to tell you I need you, to tell you there's no better place for me than in your arms, to tell you I'm sorry for running in circles, for placing my focus on the waves, not on your face. You're the only one who brings me peace. You're the only one who brings me peace in the storm. In the storm. I'm so forgetful, but you always remind me you're the only one who brings me peace. You're the only one who brings me peace.
Good morning, Firmly Rooted family. Pastor Tom, Firmly Rooted Church. Great to have all of you on board. What a great service we had yesterday. Pastor Rob did a great job just talking about what God is doing amongst us, freedom and firmly rooted. I love his, he said multiple times, but the one time where he said that we no longer see Firmly Rooted as a church that rents space, but that is a church that is doing ministry side by side. What a great picture of what he and I are trying to create as what I believe is just the beginning of what many churches need to be doing, is the re-engaging and becoming unified in ministry to community. All right, we are going to be looking at John chapter 9. It's going to take about 2 or 3 days to get through this section. It is a one miracle, but it takes up a whole chapter. Let's say hi to a few people. I think Pat was the first person on board. There she is. Good morning. Down at Firmly Rooted Greendale. Then I think, yep, there she is. Vivian Davis, good morning. Dr. Colleen, good morning. Connie Sandbrink, Firmly Rooted Greendale. Ken Gooch, good morning, brothers and sisters in arms. Alice, want me to sing happy birthday to you again? Happy birthday, Alice. Karen Thompson, good morning. Bert Reggiani, good morning. Great morning, Pastor T and Rooted family. Love you all. Love you too, Austin. Sarah, good morning. And Emma, I love you. Jody Glenn, good morning. Chuck, good morning. Kimberly Jackson, good morning. We got a lot of people on board. All right, great to have you. Let me connect the reading so that you can see it. I hope you can see it now. Let's see. Nope, you can't see it yet. There it is. All right. I hope that's large enough for you to see. Let me see if I can make it a little bigger. Oh, too big. Okay. John chapter 9, Jesus heals a man who is born blind. Like, he didn't have some kind of illness that made him blind, and like later in life, he was born blind. As he passed by, he saw a man blind from birth. Jesus must have stopped. I find this so powerful. We think life is so busy and so fast that nobody recognizes anyone. Nobody sees our hurts or our wounds, our you know what I mean? Sometimes we get lost in the shuffle. And Jesus is walking around. He's got disciples following him and people are following him. And he has this uncanny way of just knowing. Isn't that great? He knows. If you think he's not paying attention to you, you're just wrong. He knows your heart, my heart, our hurts, our fears, our doubts. He knows. Jesus passed by and he saw a man blind from birth. And he must have paused long enough that his disciples asked a question. Rabbi, who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? You see, now that he stopped where this man was, and even he hasn't even said anything yet, but the disciples are aware of the fact that Jesus is pondering something. That he stopped at this man. I just wish on this Monday morning you would know that Jesus would stop and is stopping right now, right where you're at, because he loves you. It was common in those days, and I think common in human nature, that when something really bad has happened to someone, there's this connotation that God punished them. We never say Satan. We always say, God, why did you? And so it was common for them to believe that sin personal sin, not just sin in a general sense, but personal sin caused this man to be blind. And so it's either got to be his fault or his parents' fault. Listen to what Jesus says. It was not this man's sin or his parents, but that the works of God might be displayed in him. Pause for a second. Are you telling me that God would allow me or you to suffer? To go through a difficult time? So that somehow he might do something, he might work in that and cause someone else to see our faith in him? He's telling the disciples that he's blind because God said so. What? Because God wants to display something. He wants to do a work. On this Monday morning, just pause for a second. And what are you dealing with, or what am I dealing with, that maybe there's a purpose in it? It's not purposeless, but there's a purpose that we might not even know because we're so overwhelmed with what it is we're going through. But he's doing it, and he's doing a work in it, that the works of God might be displayed. We must work the works of him who sent me while it is day. Night is coming when no one can work. As long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. He hasn't even talked about the blindness yet. He is talking such deep stuff right now. I am the light of the world. This man reflects society. They think they can see, but they're blind. They think they know, but they know nothing. They think they're alive, but they're dead. This man is a picture. And what Jesus is about to do is the answer. How many times has he described himself as light in a dark place? Having said these things, he spit on the ground and made mud with saliva. Then he anointed the man's eyes with the mud and told the man to go wash in the pool of Siloam. So he went. I'm only guessing with the help of people who cared about him, because not only is he blind, but now he's got a bunch of mud on his eyes. And he came back seeing. Jesus put mud on his eyes. The man washes, and a man born blind now can see. The neighbors of those who had seen him before as a beggar were saying, "Is this not the man who used to sit and beg?" Some said, "It is he." Others said, "No, but he is like him." But he kept saying, "I am the man." So they said to him, "Well, then how were your eyes opened?" Like, how does a man born blind see? How can something dead be alive? How can a heart of stone become a heart of flesh? How can dead bones become an army of God? The man answered. The man called Jesus, Yeshua, made mud and anointed my eyes and said, go to Siloam and wash. So I went and washed and received my sight. They said to him, "Where is he?" And he said, "Don't know." Christy Bipes, good morning. My sister Trish, good morning. Dave Donnelly, good morning. Do we understand that up to this point, this man has never seen Jesus? He was blind. All he did was hear his voice. He was a beggar his whole life. And this Jesus put mud on his eyes and told him to go wash. And when he was done washing, he could see, but Jesus is gone. What's the one thing this man knows for sure? I was blind, but now I can see. How? Jesus. The one called Jesus. He put mud on my eyes, told me to go wash, and I did, and I can see. Well, how can this be? How can a man born blind see? We're going to go into this more over the next few days. On this Monday morning, can we just admit we are that man? That even as Christians, there are blind spots in our lives. Things we don't understand. Things that we bring to God in prayer, things that we can't see enough to know the whys and the what fors. So what do you do then? In the midst of those doubts, those fears, those uncertainties. You hold on to Jesus. Because you see, I once was lost, but now I'm found. I was once dead, but I'm alive. Now I was once blind, but now I can hear. I was once deaf or blind, but now I can see. I was once deaf and now I can hear. So if he could do that, he can take care of my today. If he can do that, he can take care of my tomorrow. If he can do that, he can take care of the things that I worry about, I fret about. So cast all your cares upon me. Bring me the weight, he says, and I'll lighten your load. It's going to continue. To no surprise, the religious leaders are going to get upset, because Jesus just made a blind man well. Oh, us religious leaders, we can be such pains in the butt sometimes. Because sometimes we don't see. All right. I think I'm going to leave it at that. I'll be back in a recording at 9 o'clock for prayer. I've got to go take care of some things at the new house. Visit a contractor there. So I've pre-recorded the prayer time. But let's end this by saying, blessings on your day. Make it a firmly rooted day, and may someone see Jesus in us today. Peace.